Hey, what's going on guys? C Squared here. Today we have another Blue Lock Project War Champ video and we'll be going over the best training comps and lineups for the team matches. So again, this is for August 125. The most recent release character is this Raichi, and will be good for the rest of the month. So first we'll start with your midfielder, and you should be training Tentacle in. And again, this is all for level 65. The subs down here, I'm being honest, you should really only use them if you don't have these guys level 65 and these guys are level 80. You know, that's really the only way you even consider using these guys. Alright. In terms of players you're actually going to use for matches, it'll be Nagi over here, Karasu over here, this guy over here. That's really about it, just those three. And I mean, overall, I mean, it's you know these games most of the time it's just the most recent characters, right? That's really what happened. There you have just the 5 most recent characters. Matoma. Matoma is he doesn't have the greatest skill. I mean, he has one pretty good skill, but he links with literally everybody. Where like your numbers will literally double if you put Matoma on your team. It will literally double. So in terms of bringing the level 100 friend, I'll probably recommend Matoma. But skills wise, Vajra is also really good. That's a level 100 friend. But yeah, other than that, yeah, so you're either using Pablo as your training player, Karasu, Nagi, and then these two cards, again, only on level 100, you guys get a lot more value with these two tiles. Which is why I have this little mark over here, because if you have this card at level 80, it already gets such an extra bonus at 65. Once it's level 80, you get the full 120%. So this card is really strong. So you could put it over this card wherever if you have this card level 80. And this card, this card is obviously be a part of every single lineup, just because it gives one really good skill there. So yeah, overall it's pretty fine. This is probably the strongest. I think when I had everyone maxed out, I had like 500% technical bonus. And you have so much good skills in this lineup too. So yeah, really strong compositions here. Next we'll go for your forward, which is remaining kick on. I mean, this one's honestly a little messy, man. Even currently, right now, like this card here, if you have a level 65 actually, level 65, you get this tile, and it's so good. But back then, I didn't really play the game like that, so sadly, this card is level 55 for me. Makes it really big for me, sadly. But it still has one really good skill called 4 capability, so it's still worth using. In terms of a level 100 friend, I will probably bring either Kunogami or Shido. They have this one really good gold skill that makes your kicking like I think you're twice as much successful. Right? If you have one of these guys as with your friends. The only your reason you use Kunigami is because you're training Shido. Because Shido gives the really good gold skill. But if when you're training him himself, you can't get access to that. So you have to sub in Kunigami to get access to that skill. And then we got both Rayo and Nagi. If you have this card maxed out, that's where you can use Rayo level 100. He gives some good, overall stat buffs from his abilities. The same thing here. Like if you have him maxed out, and you have this card maxed out, you get access to this card, so it can be worth using. And we have this card over here. Again, if you have Borrow maxed out, this card could be worth using. And same thing here. If you have Rin maxed out, this card could be worth using. But these three give the best skills overall, which you should be aiming for. But yeah, I mean, you got old character here, Kagamaru. I mean, even look at the numbers. Like right now, I barely get like 50%, dude. Like 50% constant kick. Like, these players do not link up too well. It's mainly this card. If I had this card level 65, my runs would be twice as good. But yeah, it's fortunate. But yeah, this is what you should be doing right now. Obviously, this card. Again, it's gonna be a part of every lineup, but this card is kick orientated, but you don't get a kick tile to level 100, and that kick tile is really strong. Like there could be instances where you just keep drawing the same tile again and again and again if it keeps popping off, right? But on that, that's about it. Get level 100 friends, probably Shido or I'll probably honestly Shigiri up there too, but or even Nagi. But Kunigami again has one pretty good skill. Moving on to Defender, which should be physical base. This one's a little wacky, right? I mean, you got 3 guys who aren't even training physical. And same thing with the bench. I mean, you got three guys who aren't even training physical. Same thing. A little wacky. There's no face tiles over here for these cards besides the borrow. Again, same thing. Like only if you have this card maxed out, because you only got this card level 100. You got borrow maxed out, and you have this card right here maxed out. Only if those three are maxed out can you really use borrow as a player. But as level 100 friend, I'll probably put there's a lot of options. You could totally pick Token Mewtwo. He gives you access to 5 different skills from him. Get 4 different skills from this guy, and this guy, like, he gives you one irrelevant skill, right? The shooting skill I was talking about earlier. So for physical, it's not really that good, but he still gives 3 really good skills though. So I mean, all these guys are pretty good, but I'll probably pick Tokimitsu, right? Because he gives you 5 different skills, so all good. But I mean, some of them are kind of redundant from these cards, right? Some of them are a little redundant. So in terms of skills that are totally unique, it's either Raichi or Kunigami. But yeah, I mean, it's just yeah, physical. It's just not the greatest. And this card recently got buffed, right? So that helps physical out a lot. I mean, this card does have a physical tile, but it's honestly doesn't link up that well anymore, right? Then we have, in terms of actual players you're gonna use for physical, we got Kunigami over here, we got Raichi, and then we also got one of these two guys, this guy Silva and Anabek, right? And then this guy, he's only here because he links up with this card pretty well, and he also gives a pretty good skill, that's to block shots. But yeah, I mean, this one's a little weird. It's gonna be Gagamaru. He has a lot of physical stuff without links, so it is confusing him. But yeah, they're very weird. It's definitely one of the weaker ones. Like this one, numbers, I don't think I've ever even touched 10 million. I don't think so. I don't think I ever touched 10 million because it's just really weak, man. Like I literally have these two maxed out, and I still can't get anything too high. I mean, other than that, let's just move on to the next one. To Defender, which will be tangents based. And this one used to be my strongest one before technical, yeah, but it still has a lot huge numbers, right? So the two level 100 friends I'll bring, they're gonna be Ray or Sakura Sagi, just because they give a really good array of skills. They each give really good skills. I'll probably get the leverage a little to Sagi, but Rayo would give you higher numbers, right? And this card, I mean, this card's also pretty busted, level 100. This card alone gives you 6 skills, man. 6 skills from this card alone. It's actually busted. And these two also pretty solid. And this card really only works if you had the Matoma though. So if you don't have a level 65 Matoma, that's gonna be a little rough. In terms of players you're actually used, you can see yourself using Higori, Sagi, and you can also see yourself using who else? Matoma, right? Matoma. You can also see yourself using Matoma. But yeah, that's really about it for this. Overall, everything works well. If the reason why Rayo is here is he does have a link with this Isagi level 100. So if you could put this guy as a friend and have this guy's level 100, and he'll give you a decent amount of skills as well. And this EX card is really strong, man. It's really strong. Many times when I'm doing runs with the Turgeons, I mean, this card just keeps coming back like 5 times in a row, 10 times in a row. Gives you a guaranteed turn, gives you inspirations. Like, this card's busted. Probably one of the main reasons why this thing is so good. And you get early access to that level 65 compared to the kick, which you need to wait all the way to level 100, right? But overall, I mean, yeah, it's all pretty good. Let's move on to the next one. The last one would be Speed. Nothing here too mandatory besides Matoma. Again, similar thing where he gives good skills, and he literally would double your numbers just because he has a link with every single one of these players, right? Get this card level 100 is busted. Same thing, you get 6 skills. This could come back, and it gives you one really good skill there. This card's also pretty good. And if you're willing to use Nagi level 100, you could bring in this card level 100 as well. Even level 65, honestly, it might work, but you wouldn't probably need Nagi level 100. Or at least level 80. At least level 80, and this card you could solely slide it in if you don't have one of these cards. And this card also has a decent amount of numbers with some players as well. In terms of players you actually use, you'll use Zantetsu, but Zantetsu won't be speed, it'll actually be physical, so you kind of have to go back over here and you just put Tetsu with a bunch of these players. And you prioritize like blocking skills and stuff like that. You do use Rayo though, you do use Otoya, you do use Chigiri, and you would use Loki right here. I mean overall, just again, just same thing, just a lot of powerful options for speed, right? But now we go to the actual teams, right? Here are the actual teams, and we'll split them off into kickoff or defending the kickoff, right? Because most of the time when you're doing ranked matches, you're starting with the ball, right? So you start with the ball and you have first opportunity to score. And many times this game can end in 3-2, right? You can end these games in 3-2 because you get the ball first and you're just gonna score first, obviously. So that's the main thing of this team. So looking at the scene, we got Nagi. He's captain midfielder. He has a passing skill, which makes it very easy for Shido to get a good shot off. Shido, he had good length. He has very good kick power and all that. But his skills, sadly, not kick related. But he's more for loose balls. And same with Kunigami, he's more for loose balls, right? But then this guy's your physical guy, so got him in here. That's all the teams. You want to have a technical, you want to have his kick power, you want to have physical, you want to have intentions, you want to have speed. You need to have one of everything, right? Then for your other defenders, Sasagi, you probably be more prone to get interceptions and blocks and stuff like that. And he even has a passing skill, so he can start off some good attacks. And Chigiri, same thing with him. He has another passing skill. Many times, you probably gonna have a cross pass from Nagi to Shido or Chigiri to Shido. And you got 16 skills. And I mean, more skills isn't necessarily better, but most of the time it kind of is, right? It depends on specific skills. There are specific skills that I don't know what it's called, like chemical reactions or something like that, where like at least 3 players have to activate the skill, and all 3 of them do the skill, and they all give varying effects that basically buff the whole team. And this team has like 4 of them, so yeah, very strong team. The second team, it seems a little only 10 match skills, but the reason why this works is because you're losing a technical guy, right? You're taking away your technical because you are gonna have this guy fully speeded, but you add another offensive powerhouse with Borrow here, and this team it still does work. This team has been going on since these 2 got buffed, and yeah, it's still a team that you can totally use just because you got 2 guys who could take a shot, right? And many times, so Rayo would either choose either Boro or Nagi, right? With Santetsu, again, you're training. This guy's a little weird because you're training him physical, and honestly, you're not even training him physical. You just want to give him as much skills as possible to block shots, right? Because that's his rainbow skill. He's blocking shots. And even though this guy's speed base, his rainbow skill will give you a pass, so it'll make those passes consistent towards Nagi or Baro. Then Sagi he's sharing the exact same role. He's the exact same intelligence. He's gonna get some interceptions. He's gonna get some blocks, right? But yeah, having 2 forwards over here makes this team offensively very strong. So when strong with the ball and kickoff, again, you're more likely to win the game. Games 3-2, right? So next up, we have the lethal combination team. All right, so this team is honestly probably the best team besides maybe the next team, because the next team's a little newer. But I mean, he's got the power of these 2, Otoya and Kurasu. Like these 2 guys alone do so much. Like they're so consistent. Like they're just great characters. Then we also had Hiyori. He's playing similar. He's playing basically. Okay, yeah, I see that. He's basically playing the similar role to Saga over here. Same exact thing. He's intelligence. Then he gets some steals. Then he gets some blocks. He has a passing skill, right? And the right cheek, this guy has a blocking skill. Like he has a blocking skill or any loose ball skill, so he's pretty good here too. And then Baby Kamiya, he doesn't have a kick skill like Nagi does, but his skill will still work into increasing your shot success. So it's not really shooting skill, but it still helps when you're shooting. Again, you get 19 match skills, and in terms of those chemical reactions of between three more players, again, this thing is pretty good. Where it has, I think, maybe like 4 or 5. Like we'll look into it in game. We'll explain more into it. But yeah, overall, it's pretty crazy. And lastly, we got the War 5 team. I know it does look weird. got Galigamaro on the War 5. But the reason why it worked, because you see in the shadow here, this is a Japanese player, just like Mitomo, which we talked about a lot. But for some reason on the global, you didn't get him. So what they did is they combined the physical attributes of Gunagami, not Gunagami, Kagamaru, and the shooting attributes of this guy, put them together, and yeah, we just got the global Gungamaru. Who basically he basically is two players in one. He's two players in one. And yeah, defending consisting 16 match skills, but they got one really good skill where all 5 of these players give buffs to the whole team and debuffs to the opponent team. That's the big difference. I would run Adam Blake and Pablo over here. Definitely would not recommend subbing any of these guys. This is definitely the best variation team. Yeah, I mean, again, same thing. You're defending here, so that's why you have these speed guys, because yeah, you could be a little bit better at defending here and starting counterattacks and whatnot. But yeah, so we have Loki who can break through the defenses. We have Pablo who has passing skill. Gagamaru has a shooting skill. He's a being range scorer, obviously. Okay, and Blake with another defensive skill. And Mitoma's a little mid, having a shooting skill, because he's probably not going to be in the position to take a shot that much. But this team does have a lot of buffing the shots of your whole team and debuffing your opponent's shot block. So honestly, anyone can score. Like, as long as they got a good shot near the goal, basically anyone can score you. So we'll move on to the physical, and we'll see what's up. Alright, so we're over here in the game. This is the first one, the Storm Festival team. Well, really ignore numbers. I'll show you at the end of the video that numbers really don't mean anything. You could, with these teams, you could beat someone with as much as 4 times your numbers. But we have a lot of skills over here. But again, the main one you want to focus on these skills. The skills have 3 activators. Those type of skills are most of the time the really powerful ones. You can see we got 1 over here, 2 over here, 3 over here, 4, and yeah, we got 4 different skills of those. And basically, I mean, they all do similar things where like these buff your stats, right? Where they slightly buff the whole entire team's stats, can reduce an opponent's stat. And when you do that multiple times, right? When you do that multiple times, just makes it very strong. It's normal teams, right? So there's that team, and the next team is the movie team, right? Again, I mean, this team seems like a little off, but you still kind of have a similar thing, right? You have these guys over here, Tri-Session over here. I mean, there's only 2 of them, but again, it's mainly having both Boro and Nagi that makes this very, very strong, right? And having both of these guys just being able to cooperate on each other. Again, just very, you're definitely sacrificing the defense, but again, with this team, if you're going first, you're going to score first, which means you're probably in the game in 3-2 most of the time. And going to the next team, we got the Lethal Combination team. So again, this is probably a better team again. This is a team that I used to beat someone with nearly 1 billion power. And the reason why, again, these triple activator teams, look at this. We got 1 over here, right? We got 2 over here, 3 over here, 4, and 5. You got 5 in this team, and again, they all have just similar effects. We're just buffing everybody, debuffing the opponents. Very, very strong team. Very, very strong team, and it's one of the few teams where I actually have really every player maxed out besides this guy. And again, I always tell you, but physical, man, like this thing's just terrible. I can get good numbers on this, but. And last but not least, we got the World 5 team. This team is again newer, and I don't have any of these players maxed out, so I probably won't be using this team. But I would say if you have every character level 50 or every character below level 65, this is probably the best team. Just because the skills are absolutely crazy. I accidentally had 16 match skills. Okay, this is 14 match skills, and it's technically 13 because the skill basically does nothing. Like it's like with my Sentry level 5, I might already have that level 10 with this character. That's possible. Oh, no, I don't even have it. Okay. I guess it is kind of useful, but it's not really an important skill. Yeah, but look at this skill. 5 players, right? 5 players all activated at once. And again, similar thing. You buff your whole team, you debuff the opponent team, and that affects 5 times. Every single one of them. You got another one right here. 3 players. right here, 3 players, and another one right here, 3 players. So yeah, a very strong team, and again, probably the most free-to-play friendly team, let's say. Right? I would say this team is probably better than all these other teams if I had it all maxed out. I just didn't seem too enticed by these players at all. Just because this guy was old. But by the time I started really getting into the game, all these guys were outdated, man. But that's kind of what this game does, right? It brings back these outdated players. So I mean, overall, I mean, those are the 5 teams, very all really strong options. But this is the main team I have right now, just because all these players are maxed out. And I'll show you a quick little screenshot of me literally beating someone 800 million power. Alright, so yeah, look at this here. Again, we saw this is the exact same team I was just using. And look at this guy, 200 million, 87 million, 27 million, 100 million, 94. This is like what, 400 million, something like that. No, not even higher. It's like, well, it's like nearly 500 million, right? And my team is very fucking 200 million. And again, this guy is definitely the weak point, only having 9 million compared to all these other guys, even my striker too. 20 million. But you can see here, 3 goals. And this guy, I mean, I should show it here, but it was 3-0, right? See, 0, 0. This is a striker, 0, 0, 0. And I mean, he changed his lineup after this, and he beat me. So it feels like he had more powerful characteristics. He has 3 billion power available to him. So he had more powerful options available to him, but still, very fun. It was very it was very funny that I was able to just walk in here and just kind of beat him on the little club match over here, just a little club match. I think this guy's team went like top 5 in the recent tournament. I'm not really into tournaments like that. It's like realistically, again, this guy probably wasn't prepped, and I brought a team that could counter him, right? Having his speed captain, going against the technical captain. He's kind of a free matchup right there, right? But it still kind of shows that power isn't everything, right? So this guy obviously is way more powerful than me, and like 200 million captain. Like, come on, like this guy's obviously more powerful than me, and I was still somehow able to 3-0 him. So if I had the World 5 team, I'll imagine similar team would have gone. But at the end of the day, the game is still mostly RNG, so I can't guarantee that you'll win, right? If you go against similar teams like this with this team, I can't guarantee that you'll win, but yeah, I'm glad that worked out for me. You know, so far I've been having success with all these teams. Alright, so that'll be the end of the video, guys. Hopefully, this thing will be good till, you know, to the big shift, probably in like 2 weeks. So, and you know, it could come a little outdated, but other than that, hopefully you like and subscribe. C squared. Peace out.